Hello folks, welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. Sorry for the slight delay there, I had a slight camera issue. I don't know if you spotted it on the last live, but as we turned on, for some reason, the camera just wasn't having it. It wasn't connecting. So I had to restart it, disconnect a few wires, reconnect them all back up, and it's all gone. Usually it's fine, I don't know why it happened just like immediately as we're starting this game. Anyway, before we get stuck into the live, because we are literally just 2 seconds away from getting stuck into this game. It should be a very, very good game, this one. Before we get stuck into the game, do want to give a big shout out to friends of the channel. Oxford Natural, of course, who are continuing to sponsor the Matchday Tavern throughout this FIFA World Cup. I want to say a big thank you to them. If you haven't yet, please do go and check them out. Great bunch of guys. And really know their stuff, and they are helping lots and lots of people with their health journey. If you're looking to make some positive changes to your health, if you're looking to kickstart your health journey, then you could do a whole lot worse than checking out Oxford Natural and going having a little look at the Optimum Day and Night supplements, which people like Michael Owen, people like Robbie from AFTV, people like KG, lots of people have done very well, well, they look and feel a whole lot better. Let's just say that. They look and feel a whole lot better. And if you want to go and check it out, how it works, the great results that people have had, there is no magic pill with these things. We know that. But if you want to go and check it out, please click the link in the description. You can scan the QR code, which is on screen right now, and go and check them out. Big love to Oxford Natural. And with that said, let's get stuck into today's game. Well, today's first of 2 games, isn't it? We've got Switzerland v Colombia later, so we'll go through that in just a moment. But yes, here we go. Right, let's get the lineups read out. Lionel Scaloni's Argentina versus Hassan's Egypt. Lineups are as follows. So we have Emiliano Martinez in goal, Nahuel Molina, Christian Romero, Lisandro Martinez, Nicolas Tagliafico at the back. In midfield, it's Rodrigo de Paul, Alexis McAllister, and Leandro Paredes with Enzo Fernandez. It's kind of a 4-4-2, or at least it's looking like a 4-4-2, with Messi and Alvarez starting in attack. Be interesting to see exactly how Argentina shape up in this one. I've got to say, I'm not sure how they'll look at it, how they'll approach this one. For Egypt, it's a little bit more simple. They've got Ufa Shabir in goal, Mohamed Hani, Yasser Ibrahim, and Rami Rabia at the back, with Karim Hafez. Imam Ashur, the guy who's scoring plenty of goals from midfield for Egypt this tournament, he's in there alongside Marwan Ataya, Mohamed Lashin, Haishem Hassan. And then up front, it is the usual 2. It's Mohamed Salah and Zika. No Marmouche for this one. And Argentina starting very quickly as well. Right, sorry, let's get the chat going, because I've not even seen who's in. So disorganised, people. I follow the Blues. How's it going? City of Northville. Good to see you, Joe. Another signing for the Toon today. Yes, I spotted. Yeah. How are you going to be late to a stream you just created? Well, hey, look at that. Maxi Rodriguez. There's Maxi. Yeah, Zico and Salah up front. Marmouche on the bench. That's a very big surprise, isn't it? Very surprised by that. I've got to say, I thought they'd maybe be slightly better there, but... How's it going, Scouse? In the area, Argentina pushing forward. Aftab, not been a good week for me. An emotional week for me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope everything's okay. I genuinely do. Sending lots of love, man, whatever you're going through. Joseph says Sean Stewart is his name. He looks a good young prospect. Well, I mean, listen, 25 million. Ajax willing to sell him, I think says a lot. The reason they're selling him is because Jordi Mokio, they can't give him game time. Mokio's getting more game time than him for Ajax. So I don't imagine he'll go straight into the starting lineup at Newcastle. I imagine he's going to be one of them that kind of comes in and maybe goes out on loan again, I would imagine. Afternoon, Key lad. How's it going? Ollie, hope you're having a good day. Opinions on Colombia. Opinions on Colombia? I haven't really got any opinions on Colombia. Your mic sounds a little different on TikTok. Well, it's not the same mic. When you say it sounds different, what do you mean by it sounds different? Is it like miles worse? Kieran, Howie Key, lovely stuff. The Yanks going out. Well, do you know what? I thought that was a bit of a storm in a teacup, the whole Trump Balogun thing. I thought it was a bit excessive. It's an echo, like you're at the bottom of a sink. Sounds tinny. Oh, for fuck's sake. The frustrating thing is I don't even know how to fix that midstream. I might have to unplug it and plug you back in. Let's try that. Might be better, might not be. I don't know. Ish. Cheers for that, Wangle. Very kind of you. George, you okay? I'm good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very good. How are you? Reese, what does the name Nicky High-End mean to you, Key? Burnley's new manager set to be unveiled tomorrow. He's had multiple jobs, has never been anywhere for more than a year so far. Honestly, I didn't hear from him. I didn't know anything about him until this morning when, you know, it was reported that Burnley were interested. It's better. Okay, good. Perfect. That's a result then. We'll take that. Yeah, I was going to say, if he's not been anywhere for longer than like 12 months, it's never a great sign. But managers do. Managers move around. Lovely ball down the left-hand side. Egypt have started all right here. I was going to watch the USA get dumped out, but the tiredness caught up with me. Enjoyed the fan reaction channels on both sides of the pond, though. Yeah, I was watching a fair bit of the USA. Well, I watched it all in the end. Yay! Bloody hell, Wangle. Absolutely brilliant, that. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, now I've gone all... Watching from Indiana. Good to see you, F1. Didn't Lukaku mock the USA? Allegedly so, yeah. I think probably he shouted at Infantino from the stands. But yeah, USA and Portugal knocked out. What do we make of that? Some Paraguayan politician is threatening to take Mbappe to court. Yeah, I saw her comments on him. They weren't particularly PC. Let's say that for a politician, they weren't particularly PC. Weren't great. Let's leave it at that. But again, I don't think Mbappe will be that bothered, will he? Yes, Anfield Cop, how's it going, man? Tagliafico gives away a free kick to Egypt. 7 minutes in, Mo Salah's over there on the right-hand side to take it as well. I hope you're superb. I am indeed, mate. I'm wonderful. Can't complain, can't whinge, even if I wanted to. I can't. I'm loving life. It's all good. I get to watch football with you fine people. and have a chat about football and all manner of things. It's nice. Egypt put the ball in. Great ball, far post. Oh, that was a good bit of defending. Very important touch at the far post, wasn't it? Tell you what, we could have had a shot there. Luke Milburn, do you like listening to Oasis and are they overrated? I don't mind listening to Oasis. I'm quite eclectic when it comes to music. I like a little bit of everything. I have no issue with Oasis. Whether or not they're overrated, no, I don't think so. Very good, aren't they? Probably one of the best British bands of all time. Egypt have the ball at the back here with Rabia. Knocks it long for Zico and Salah to chase. But it's won back by Paredes. George says, what do people think about FIFA officials ganging up together against Infantino, according to many sources? Listen, Infantino's not the only one corrupt. He's not the only one that's kind of running things. It's not a one-man show. I'm sure that it's kind of one of them things, isn't it? If they have to throw him under the bus to keep the show going kind of thing, then they will do. There'll be a lot of people. If there is such a thing as a corrupt organisation at FIFA, and we don't know, but if there is, then, there'll be a lot of people getting nice brown envelopes, won't there? It won't just be one. So if it is just... If it's a bunch of people getting nice brown envelopes, then they won't want that party to stop, will they? And if it means that, someone has to take the fall, so be it. Maybe that's what it is. In the area, must be. Oh, has he missed it? Oh, he's offside. Oh, Enzo Fernandez, lucky boy. Rodrigo de Paul, I think, was just offside. Is he? Oh, he's not just offside. You could drive a bus through that. Rodrigo de Paul in the area, plays it across the 6-yard box, and again, it's a huge chance that for Enzo Fernandez. He's got to do better there, hasn't he? Sarah, of all time, when we have Pink Floyd, Queen, Led Zeppelin, Oasis are nowhere near the best. I bet if you were naming the top 20 British bands of all time, Oasis would be in there, would they not? When I said one of the best, I would say so. You'd struggle to name 20 better British bands than Oasis, I think. But, to each their own. It's a Russian nesting doll of corruption. Remove one and an even more toxic little weasel is inside. Yeah. Explain what Wonderwall has to do with the England national team. Just that it's a song from there. Don't think there is anything to do with it, to be honest. Liverpool play Live Forever quite a bit, and that's obviously a Manchester-based band. Yeah, we play Live Forever at Anfield quite a bit. How's it going, Johnny? I've just checked. Every single World Cup in the 21st century had at least one semi-finalist were yet to win the World Cup at the time. I may be wrong. Yeah, that's probably true, actually. Obviously, Morocco played France in the 2022 semi-final, didn't they? And now they're about to play them again in the quarter-final 4 years later. I'd put steps ahead of Oasis. Ha! Do you reckon? 5, 6, 7, 8. Key, can you do your best impression of Harry Quinn? Oh, no, I can't. Egypt, switch of play. Terrible ball. Dead easy, that. Cheers, Reese. Yeah, go on. If you're naming your top 20 British bands, who are they? We talked about Oasis for whatever reason. I mean, you don't have to name your top 20, but I think if you really would struggle. You would struggle to name, like, even 10. Let's say 10 better. 10 better British bands than Oasis. Like, objectively better. All Egypt tonight, aren't we? Do you know what? I fancy Egypt to give Argentina a game. But I would still say that the Argies will go through. Radiohead. Can't really argue with Radiohead. How's it going, Thomas? TikTok is like a full 25 seconds ahead. It always is. Yeah, it always is. It's crazy. It always is. George, someone put something in my hair at work today and my scalp feels like it's dying. Someone put something in your hair. Pink Floyd is the second greatest band of all time, Sarah. No. Spice Girls better than Pink Floyd. I do like Pulp, and I think some Pulp songs are better than Oasis. See, I think Blur. I like Blur. Blur are probably just as good. Culturally, Blur, Gorillaz, anything Damon Albarn. The Who, My Generation, and Baba O'Reilly. Yeah, The Who's brilliant. Stone Roses, Blur, Oasis, The Kinks, The Beatles, Maiden. Iron Maiden. Common People in Disco 2000s, unbelievable, yeah. I mean, The Verve. I think The Verve's another really, really good one. But again, are they better than Oasis? Probably not. There's a lot of great bands. Slade. Yeah, bit of Noddy Holder. Comes out at Christmas every year, doesn't he? I think Pink Floyd is definitely better than Oasis. Well, like, listen, to each their own. But personally, I don't really think there's maybe two or three singles of Pink Floyd's that I think about and I go, yeah, great, great song. But after that, I could name you 10 Oasis songs that I really like. I don't think you can say the same with Pink Floyd. Ball in. Oh, it's there! It's 1-0 Egypt! It's 1-0! It's Ibrahim! It's there! 15 minutes in, they've scored! Egypt are in front. It's just a set piece. It's a nothing ball into the box. An absolute nothing ball. And Yasser Ibrahim from Al Ahly has scored against the reigning world champions. Whoa! Messi could be out. Mr. Al-Shamari, how's it going, Key? The fact Spain still haven't conceded a goal all tournament is crazy. Give it time. Time for Messi to activate. Oh, it's a great header. It's a fabulous header. Best album ever, Dark Side of the Moon. See, I'm not a big like album buyer. I tend to like 2 or 3 songs from pretty much every band going. I like a few things, and that's about it. Would the Smiths be considered rock or just Britpop? Yeah, Smiths were a bit of a whingy Britpop, I would say. Bit of Morrissey. And heaven knows I'm miserable now. He loved to whinge him, didn't he? The Cure as well. Robert Smith of The Cure. Here we go. Egypt unlucky. Gets it away. Callum says Argentina got lucky against Cape Verde. These Argentines, it might run out today. The luck is running out. The Argies are going home here. Scaloni's looking worried. Oh. Oh, it's an unbelievable football list from Egypt. It's got to be a free kick. How's he not give a free kick there? Johnny, I'd love to see 2 teams who are yet to win the World Cup meet each other in the final. Morocco versus Norway would be nuts. First time since 2010 something like that happened. I don't think that can happen, can it? As far as I'm aware, that can't happen. I'm almost... Oh, no, it can, can't it? Because France play the winners of Spain and Belgium, don't they? If France beat Morocco, then it might be France, Spain, England, maybe, I don't know. I think Colombia's a dark horse. I think the way things are going, we might see Colombia. Salah Ballon d'Or. No chance. Not after that season. New wave, innit? That's it. Bloody students. Long throw forward, Alexis McAllister. Argentina starting to look a little bit nervy. Dead or alive, yeah, a little bit of Pete Burns. Alvarez just got stamped on there by the goal scorer, Yasser Ibrahim. It's a bit naughty. Hey, if you thought Paraguay against France were a bit naughty, you wait until you see this now. You're going to see a masterclass in handball, a masterclass in kicking everything above grass. There's going to be a real little bit of dark arts going on here now, I think. Michael Key, did you cover the Mexico v England match in the early hours? I watched it, mate. I didn't stream it, no. For the love of everything, England may get an easy route to the final like Arsenal. Oh, what a ball that is. Argentina claim for the penalty, and it is. He's give it. Oh, he didn't need much. He didn't need much there at all. It's a penalty to Argentina. Yeah, I mean, looks like it was going to be that one. It's a soft one. It's a great pass. Ooh, might he be offside? No, I think he should be okay. It's a lovely little pass. I think it is a penalty though, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a penalty that. Tagliafico brought down. That's so easy. Far too easy. You've got to be disappointed with that one. Tagliafico brought down by Hassan. Hassan plays for Real Oviedo in La Liga. And he's just brought Tagliafico down. It's going to be a penalty, and I think it is going to be Messi to take it. Saying England have an easy route is mental, given we've played Mexico at the Azteca. Mexico at the Azteca is a myth. It's an absolute myth. In 60 years, mate, they've only played St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Jamaica and Honduras and Guatemala and Belize. You know, they've not played anyone major there, and when they have, they've tended to lose. They've got a very decent record at the Azteca, but they are not in any way, shape or form impenetrable. They've never lost a World Cup game there. How many World Cup games have they played? He saved it! Oh, it's a save! Messi has missed 4 World Cup penalties. I think that's a record. Nobody's missed more penalties. He's a World Cup bottle job, this fella. Not my goat. Not my goat. Get him out. It's a yellow card for the Egypt coach. He's missed it. Wow! I tell you what, Mo Salah's now having a whinge. Christ, he's got the Bruno Fernandes disease. Messi. Telegraph that one. Oh, it's an easy save. It's an easy save. Great save for the keeper. And it's Argentina 0, Egypt 1. Okay, it's not an easy route. Norway are no mugs, and we're probably playing Argentina in the semis. All right, but Norway have beaten Brazil. That is, if you could have picked Brazil or Norway, which one are you picking? You're picking Norway. Every single person's picking Norway. There's nobody picking Brazil. It is, by definition, a very easy run that England have had. A very, very easy run. We've had Congo, Panama, Ghana, and Croatia, and in none of them we've looked good. Absolutely none of them. And Mexico, even Mexico, to be honest, we laboured to that win. In a game that, yeah, maybe I'm being harsh, but I think we should. You have to win that. If you've got ambitions of winning the World Cup, you've got to go and win that. and win it well. And I don't think we've won any game well. Carl says, if every team in the Premier League played to their full potential, who wins the Prem? I don't know. I don't know if they played to their full potential. That's just like saying who's got the best squad, innit? It's Arsenal, innit? It's probably Arsenal. They've got the deepest squad for sure. But then that's because they've spent the most. So, yeah, they're going to. How's it going, Matty? We were class against Croatia. Could have stuck 5 or 6 past Congo if not for their keeper. Like I said, I think that's clutching. Congo, first World Cup in 60 years. You've got to be beating Congo. You've got to be doing it a bit easier than we did. Michael says, Key, shame what happened to Jordan Henderson. Can England bring in a replacement for him? From the existing squad, yeah, they can't bring someone in from home. Daz, Key, do you think Mo resigns now, new manager? Absolutely not. And if he does, there'd be a riot. Led by me. You do not want Mo Salah at Liverpool FC. No chance. Get him gone. Thank God. Get him out. The last thing you want is Mo Salah back at Liverpool. Disastrous. Mark says, trying to buy the title doesn't always work. Look at Liverpool. Why? When did Liverpool try and buy the title? It's an odd comment, Mark. Gary says, hold on a minute, Key. If you take a proper look at this draw, it was always set up for a South American via Euro final. Not one team, including France, would have liked to have played Mexico. Liked to have played Mexico is very, very different than would you expect to have beaten them. And the answer to that is yes. France, England, any team who expects to be in the latter stages of the World Cup would expect to beat Mexico. 100%. But Key, Portugal drew with Congo. Yeah, Portugal have been shit all tournament as well. Portugal got resoundingly beaten by Spain, I thought. I thought that was a fairly comfortable win for Spain. Messi has now missed his 2nd penalty in a row, says Fabrizio Romano, and that's his 4th at the World Cup. Yeah, he's missed it, AC. He's missed it. 4 penalties missed. Mark says 100 million on Isaac, 100 million on Wirtz. Didn't work. Hopefully better next season. That's not buying the title though, is it? Still, especially if you have to sell players to get those players. That's fair to say, isn't it, Mark? If you have to sell to buy, that's kind of how it works, surely. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool last year. Again, that shouldn't be forgotten. And again, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. Sophie, will it be better for England if Egypt win? Probably not, Sophie. No, I imagine England would lose to both of these. I think England will lose against Norway anyway. Michael says, Key, why are you turning on Salah? He's a Liverpool legend. Gerrard is also a Liverpool legend, Michael, but I don't want him playing for us either. Don't get it twisted, Michael. Saying I don't want him at the club does not mean that he's not a Liverpool legend. He also thought we'd lose to Mexico, yet he's now saying he expected us to beat them. I didn't say again, either you're not listening. You got 2 of these, 1 of these. Either you're not listening or you're deliberately twisting the words. I didn't say I expected Mexico to get beat by England. I said I thought Mexico would beat us. But England would expect to beat them, as would any side. If England get knocked out by Mexico, do you think the headlines the day after are understanding of the fact that England were playing a tough side? No, are they balls? Of course they're not. Thomas Tuchel would have got sacked if England got beat by Mexico. If England lost that game, Thomas Tuchel would have been sacked. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Arsenal spent more. Well, I'm glad we can agree on that, Mark. So Arsenal bought the title, by your logic. Fair enough. Chris, any news on the Kwanzaa red card? Is it a one-game ban? I think it is. They're looking into an appeal. Must be. Oh my God, how's he missed it? Is that Alexis McAllister? If that's Alexis McAllister, that tells you everything you need to know about him. Oh, Argentina are missing sitter after sitter after sitter here. Oh, no. Massive moment. Neil says, classic Key, never supports England until we are winning. Hang on a minute. There's no supporting England. I'm not supporting England until we are winning. I've just not really supported them at any point through the tournament. Jordan, forgot this game is on. What have I missed? You've missed Argentina missing a penalty, Messi missing a penalty, and they've missed another sitter as well through Alexis McAllister. Dreadful moment. Any expenditure by Liverpool should be to win the title. Well, I'm sure they'll take your advice, Mark. Gary, it's a good save, straight at him, but still has to deal with it. I think he's got to score that. If you've got a header 6 yards out, you've got to score. Egypt are in here. Oh, there's some... Oh, my God, what's he doing? Fucking hell, they're taking some chances at the back here. They are taking some chances. Far post here. DePaul. Egypt clear it away. Stop. Key, I have a feeling Egypt might go 2 or 3 up here. 2 or 3? Can't see it. City of Northville, that's probably fair. That was a good England win. It wasn't easy. Mexico played their heart out and easily could have won. England locked in. Listen, I'm not saying it was a good England or it wasn't a good England performance. It was, but what I'm saying is if England had gone out, there would have been absolute calls for Thomas Tuchel to be fired. You can't lose to Mexico. That would have been the call, wouldn't it? That's what everyone would have said. I don't think anyone would try and deny that. If you go out to Brazil, you go out to Spain, you go out to France, you go out to Argentina, there's an element of acceptance to that. If you go out to Argentina, they're the holders. You go out to France, they're the favourites. You go out to Spain, they're probably second favourite. You can live with that. You go out to Brazil, they're the most successful side in World Cup history. There's an acceptance there that England, although they should be competing, well, you've gone out to a very good side and a very good manager. Go out to Mexico, I'm sorry, there's a real problem there. Thomas Tuchel on massive wages, one of the best paid managers in the world, would 1,000,000% have been sacked. Charles and Dogbeer. Hey! You got a mini key barking in the background. No, that's Dexter. That's Dexter. It's not even my dog. It's my sister-in-law's dog. She's on holiday at the minute. So I'm looking after him. When England does go out, all of these supporters will immediately turn on them. Nothing short of the cup will be some kind of love fest. That's it. Yeah. Again, you know, people turn up and have a pop and say, oh, Key, why aren't you supporting England? At least I'm honest. At least I'm honest about it. As soon as England get beat, they'll be like, oh, they're dreadful. They're shite these. They're awful. Sophie, do you think Messi has had his day? I mean, he's 40. I think most players have. It's kind of incredible at this point that Messi and Ronaldo are still going. The fact that Messi and Ronaldo are still playing at the highest level at 40 odd is incredible. So I think you've got to give him praise and credit. And you know, this is the last World Cup we'll see him, so we just got to enjoy him. He shouldn't have missed that pen, though. Well, there's an argument you should never miss a penalty. There's an argument that any footballer worth their salt from 12 yards should not miss. The expectation is always that they score. So for him to have missed his last 2 penalties at the World Cup is pretty spectacular. Will Ronaldo do the Euros? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Neil, if England was only Liverpool players, he would say that we would easily be one of the best teams in the tournament and believe that it is coming home. And also I will say that we have done good to get here. Hang on a minute, Neil. You're suggesting then that I am in some way biased towards Liverpool players and that my loathing of England as a national football team is in some way... loathing's probably a strong word. But my lack of support for them, my lack of investment in England as a national football team is in some way geared around the lack of Liverpool players. That couldn't be further from the truth, mate. I've not had any interest in England as a national team since about 2002, I would say. It was probably the last time I really cared watching England. 2002. And since then, Gerrard's been in there. We've had great players in the England side. Trent, when he did get a chance. We've had plenty of England players in the side around then. Carragher used to get a fur kick every now and then. Lots of England players that I respected and liked. Gary, England were on the side of the draw where they faced Mexico, Brazil and Argentina. Brazil have joined Germany, Brazil, Holland, Portugal all gone. Jordan says Ronaldo, next Portugal manager for the World Cup, guaranteed. Hey, now that is probably a shout, you know. That is probably a very, very fair shout, I say. Neil says, nothing about that was a suggestion, Key. I meant that you're inherently biased towards your club rather than your national team. No, I am. But if you're saying if the England team was entirely Liverpool players, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. But that would mean Liverpool would have a team full of entirely English players. Oh, lucky. Julius, why not support England if you're English? It's not that I actively want them to fail or anything, Julius. Don't get it twisted. I just don't care about international football. Like, I find the whole thing quite tedious. But I like watching it. It's still football. I love watching any football. And it's great to see the best players in the world all come together. But I find it all quite tedious as a concept. Sounds a bit like the young ones. That sounds like something that Rick or Aid would say in the young ones. But I've never really been that invested in international football. It's always club over country. Certainly in my part of the world, the vast majority of us in the northwest of England are like this. We all certainly prefer our clubs over our countries. Whoever it is. It's not a Scout. It really isn't a Scouse, not English thing. It isn't. It's a northwest thing. Because there's people in my part of the world as well, like St. Helens and, you know, around the northwest, people who support Man United, people from Manchester are broadly kind of club over country as well. Any manager that takes the job as Portugal manager will have a quality team without the stigmata of an old man having to play. I don't think you meant stigmata there. Stigma, maybe. Definitely not that. It was a great film, though. Radiohead says, who do you think's the best next Dutch manager? Maybe Ten Hag. Sophie says, who do you think will win the World Cup? Who do I think will win the World Cup? I think it's going to be Spain. I'm going to stick with Spain. Who do you think, Sophie? Gary, Key, have you been shocked by the big teams and usual suspects going home early and Italy never got here? I mean, Italy haven't qualified in, 12 years since the last World Cup? Yeah, it's not really a surprise Italy not making it. Italy have been a bit of a mess as an international team for a while. As far as there being, shocks, no, probably not. Probably not. I actually think you'll see more and more of that because national teams are kind of losing their identities a little bit. They're all kind of becoming a mishmash of the same sort of thing. It used to be like, look at Cafu's done an interview about this. I don't know if you've seen. Cafu did an interview about it. Strike miles over the bar from Messi. He's not having a great first half. Not a great first half at all. Yeah, Cafu did an interview where he talked about how the Brazilian national team will always suffer as long as you've got Brazilians playing in the Premier League because they all get their individuality stripped away. They all start playing like system players. They all start playing like Arteta systems, basically. Which is fine. It's efficient. It's effective. But it's not football, is it? It's certainly not how Brazilians play football in the favelas. It's not how the culture of football is. And it's Cafu's talked about it at length. Timbo, everyone in the Warrington office I work at is properly supporting England. I think Manchester and surrounding areas still do mainly support England. I guess it's the thing about whether or not they actually lose sleep over it. There's you've got to remember, mate, England has a culture of liking a piss up and a barbecue as well. So, if you tell people you can have a piss up and a barbecue and maybe a late start for work, must be, oh, what a save! What a save from Shabir! That is unbelievable. That might be one of the saves of the tournament. Alvarez. Oh, it's a great work. Wonderful piece of play, that. Lovely floated ball. Tagliafico knocks it back. Alvarez, what a save that is. That is an incredible save. Unbelievable from Shabir. That's different class. That is absolutely different class. Timbo, you're not wrong. They might just be there for the alcohol. Oh, definitely. If you tell them, people support anything in England. People support absolutely any cause if it means a barbecue and a beer garden. They'll love it. Reese, I'd argue it's largely Manchester, Liverpool to not invest in England. It's mostly to do with the size of a club as opposed to geographic location, and seeming people based in cities are less patriotic. It's also the whole north-south divide thing as well. I don't think anybody in the northwest really has any sort of desire to side with anyone in and around London. There's a very different set of values in the northwest than there is in the north broadly than there is in the south. Or at least that's the perception. I'm not saying that is how it is, but that is at least the perception. That this, northern monkeys and southern furries kind of thing, as they say. On, is it Lock, Stock, that, or is it Snatch? I can't remember which one of the Guy Ritchie. I think it's Lock, Stock, innit? Oh, I hate these northern monkeys. I bloody hate these southern fairies. Andy, how long before the RGs start cheating? Well, do you know what? You'll see them both kicking. I'm sure the Egyptians will start kicking very soon. Michael says, Key, are you worried that Tottenham might be the surprise team in the Prem next season? Why would I be worried by that? I think Tottenham will be a surprise next season. I think Tottenham will do very well. They might have an outside chance of the Champions League as well. Jordan, class film. Love a bit of both of them are brilliant films. Absolutely brilliant. Timbo, we share more values than you'd think. All of London except Fulham and Chelsea voted Labour last election. I don't think Labour's necessarily well loved in the north anymore either. Ben, that's his job, Key. Which one? The keeper are we on about here? Is that the Roy Keaneism? That's your job. That's your job. Yes, he made a great save. That's his job. Every Scouser votes Labour, though. You must be joking me. No chance. No chance. I don't even really keep up with it. But I don't think Labour's in St Helens anymore. Oh! Do you vote, Key? No, I don't, mate. I've no interest in it. No interest in it. Don't see any... They're all kind of cut from the same sort of cloth for me. Timbo says, don't get me wrong, this Labour is horrid, but Scouse values are generally most in line with people like Corbyn. Again, let's not get into politics, we'll be here all day. This result stands, winner of Norway v England is in the final. I don't know, I think England would get beat by Colombia, do you not think? Quietest Messi has been, he's an absolute fraud. He's an absolute fraud. Neil says Roy Keane and always has and will always be a twat. There's no way around that. It's a disgrace. He's a United legend. Why? He's a fabulous player. Adam says it's mad seeing Diego Simeone in an Argentina shirt. He's been manager in Spain for so long. I forget he's Argentinian. City of Northfield, Jelly said he's forming a new party. Oh my God. Key thinks we'll lose to everyone, even though we're one of the best ranked teams in the world. No, I don't think we'll lose to everyone. I thought we would lose to the first decent team we've played, and we very nearly did. And now we're going to play an even better team, and I think we'll lose to them. Again, I didn't think we'd lose against Panama. I didn't think we'd lose against Croatia. I didn't think we'd lose against Ghana. Somehow we contrived to draw that one. I didn't think we'd lose against Congo. We very nearly did. So no, I don't think we'll lose every game, but I think we will lose against Norway. Let's talk about Key hating Arsenal instead. I don't hate Arsenal, and Sarah, I do not hate England either. There's a difference between not really caring if they win or if they go through and actively not wanting them to go through. I have no issue either way. I won't lose any sleep either way. Neil says he was a fabulous player, but he always has a massive gob that always spouts out absolute shit. Like what? What's the absolute shit that he spouted? I see. I mean, maybe. Well, yeah, we won't get on then, I guess, because I agree with a lot of Roy Keane has to say. I think he's. I quite like him. I like him as a pundit. Key saying we like he has been backing England. No, I'm saying we because I am English. So I reserve the right to back them. I just choose not to. And it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Like I said, it doesn't really... If every single one of us in the chat, every single one of us went, we don't want England to win. And we went... And then some of us went, actually, no, we all want England to win. Neither of those make any difference to what actually happens. So it doesn't make any difference. Reece says, basically, Key, we can only beat Switzerland out of the remaining teams. I think we'd beat Egypt. I think we'd beat Egypt, but I don't think we'd get that far. Adam says, I bet you will care and talk about if they win it. Oh, I'll talk if they win it. I mean, I'll talk whether they win it or not. It's me, it's what I do. I'll talk every day. Of course I will. I'll still turn up and have a chat to people about whatever they want. Timbo, I like Roy Keane, but he does sometimes come out with absolute bollocks that people are scared to confront him on. Like what? Give us an example. Vuyo says, hi Key, I think I'll make the World Cup more exciting if Argentina get knocked out. Or do you think it's better if Argentina win? Again, I don't mind. I don't mind. In the same way, I'm not an Argentina hater. There you go. There's consistency across the board there. Consistency across the board. Someone said, Key, why do you think Argentina? Do you want them to go through? I don't mind. I'm good either way. If they go out, it'll be a surprise. If they go through, great. You know, we get another game of Messi at international level. Great. Fine. I feel about as strongly about Argentina as I do England. City of Northville, if that's true, why did the US get stomped precisely when everyone said they wanted it? George says, Key, what game tomorrow? So I can add it as a schedule. So tomorrow we are going to be watching Ukraine under-19s. Yes, you saw it. You heard right. Ukraine under-19s versus Germany under-19s at the UEFA European under-19s Championship semi-final. Should be a really good game, that one. Some top players. Last year we watched the under-19s championships as well, and there was players like Saeed El Mala, who were now talking about getting a big 45, 50 million pound move. There's players now who you'll see, Otto Stanger, for example. There's lots of players in the under-19s for Germany and Ukraine who it should be a good watch, I think, tomorrow. You can watch it live on UEFA.tv. I'll be watching it if you want to join me. Timbo, the whole Bruno Fernandes comments for one. The rest of the overlap didn't confront him at the time. It was Bruno himself who did later. Why? What did he say about Bruno Fernandes? What did he say? I can't remember. Scuba Key hates every country equally. Oh, Scuba, by the way, thank you so much for sending that through. I really do appreciate it. I didn't clock it until this morning. But I really do appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much for that. It's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Gamer Guru, I love Keane as he's funny and has some good points, but he does say some daft shit and tries too hard to come across hard as nails. I mean, I don't know. I think most of what he says, I think, is fair enough. I mean, you're not going to agree with every point everyone has to make. Ultimately, this is what, you'll disagree on something. I think that's a reasonable approach to take with anyone, including politicians. You'll agree on some stuff they do and you'll disagree on other stuff. To slander Bruno was totally out of pocket. He said Bruno was focused on his record and didn't pass because of it. Yeah, but is that not... There's a lot of United fans who feel the same about Bruno. Look at Ricky. Ricky from United Stand. Ricky, do you know what? And Ricky knows his football. Ricky's been a season ticket holder at United for a very, very long time. He knows his football, Ricky, and he's said it as well. Bruno Fernandes, he's incredibly selfish, and a lot of the best players are, I guess. And as much as he had a good season last year for United, I think it's also fair to say he has been selfish in moments as well. Anyone wondering what was sent to Key? It was an Arsenal shirt with "Come on England" on the back. And I love Arteta on the front. Adam, why are you not bothered about the country you was born in and love football? Because I love football. But yeah, I just don't. I find international football quite tedious. That's it. There's not really a whole lot more else to say on the matter. How's it going, Nabuish? Good to see you, man. Reese says, would you agree that in these gloomy, uncertain and turbulent negative times, an England World Cup win would really be a tonic for the nation and inject us with some much-needed positivity and harmony? I don't, mate, no. I think it would actually increase divisiveness in many ways. I think there'd be people who'd kind of... I mean, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this because it kind of implicates myself in many ways, but... I think there'd be people who'd try and shit on it a little bit and say, like, why are we making such a big deal of it? Not like, people would be like, oh, well, we didn't make such a big deal of it when the women did it. Oh, well, now we got a national... Honestly, it would create so much divisiveness again. I don't think I think we're past unity at this point. I genuinely do think we're past unity. I 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 think we're past unity. Stuart Fernley, do you support Liverpool? I do, mate, yes. Neil says, Ricky in the United stand do not talk for us, Key. No, I didn't profess that they do. Roy Keane's a Spurs fan who can't commentate on a club he doesn't like and only cared about the wage they give him. See, I think it's unfair to say Roy Keane doesn't have an affinity at all for Man United. He was there a very long time. It was the best part of his career. I think he's had some nasty things to say about people he was there with. And that often happens, doesn't it? He was treated quite poorly at the end. Yeah, he was treated quite poorly, I think. What are we saying? City of Northville. He then proceeded to break the record and score in the game and tucked all the haters in their bed. Right. Let's dig out the old quiz book. See if I've got one. I could try and make it relative to Argentina, but it feels like we've done a lot of that. Let's have a little look and see. I'll go into my quiz library. We'll do the quiz library. Weren't Keane and Fergie both at funerals a while back? I wonder if they had a quiet word away from the cameras. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily... There's probably not, like, massive bad blood there. You know, Roy Keane sat next to Patrick Vieira and had a chat to him, and he was fine with him, wasn't he? So, as you get older, that stuff just kind of dissipates. You're not that bothered anymore. Okie dokie. Right. That might be a decent approach here. Yeah. Balls to it. We'll do that. Right. Where's me pen? Give me me pen. There it is. Right. So, can you name for me? Let me get the quiz up on the screen. Right, the top 20 Argentine attackers with the most appearances in the Champions League. So we're talking about attackers, so I'll let you off with some. If they're not categorised as a midfielder, I guess that's important here. For example, attacker. An attacker, so we're talking about an attacker here. So the top 20 Argentine attackers with the most appearances in Champions League history. That's Champions League history, which means it started in 1992. So you're going back a fair way, but we're looking for Argentines with the most appearances in Champions League history. Messi is number 1, no surprise there. Batistuta is number 20. Icardi, you said. Icardi is... I would imagine Icardi's there. Icardi is 15th. Good shout. Yeah. Crespo. Saviola. Saviola is 8th. Good shout. Crespo is 7th. Di Maria, Alvarez, Aguero. All good shouts. Di Maria is 2nd. Alvarez. Where's Aguero? Aguero's 4th. Alvarez is 13th. Unlucky for some. Who else have we got? Said. Di Maria, Tevez, Lavezzi. Both of them, I would imagine, are in. Lavezzi is 14th. He was unbelievable, wasn't he? I always liked Lavezzi at Napoli. Tevez is... Ooh, is Tevez... Oh, yeah, Tevez is 12th. I would have been astonished if Tevez wasn't in there. Gabriel Batistuta, yes. Lautaro Martinez and Higuain. Higuain is 3rd. Good shout. Lautaro Martinez is 6th. Not Solari. No, not Franco Di Santo. Madonna? She was just recording her 3rd album. She didn't have time. Dybala's not a bad shout. Let's have a look at Dybala. I don't think Rodrigo de Paul would count. Dybala is... Is Dybala there? Yeah, Dybala is 9th. Is Kempes too early? Yeah, by quite a bit. Not Kempes. Not Riquelme. You've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left to get. So we're talking about the top 20 Argentine attackers with the most appearances in the Champions League. So far, you've got Messi, you've got Di Maria, Higuain, Aguero. Number 5 is still currently playing. And he plays in Spain, I'll give you that. He's only played for one club in the Champions League as well. Then you've got Lautaro Martinez, then it's Crespo, Saviola and Dybala. Number 10 is a player who played mostly for Inter Milan. But he also played in Holland as well. Number 11 played for Benfica. I think he might have played for Porto as well. Then it was Tevez, Alvarez, Lavezzi, Icardi. And then, again, you've got another player who plays for Benfica. An attacker, a couple of attackers. One who's played in the Premier League. Another one who played for Prime Valencia. Not Milito. Batistuta we've already got. He was 20th. Not Milito, no. Not Claudio Caniggia. Correa is right. In fact, I'll give you Correa twice. Because Joaquin Correa is there. Joaquin Correa is 17th. Joaquin Correa, who spent a lot of his time at Inter Milan. Also played in the Champions League for Marseille and for Lazio as well. But Angel Correa is 5th. Angel Correa, 5th most appearances for any Argentinian attacker in Champions League history. That is incredible, isn't it? Number 10 was Julio Cruz. Julio Cruz, former Inter Milan, Feyenoord, centre forward. Number 11, Lisandro Lopez was number 11. Not Vieto, no. Then it's Tevez, Alvarez, Lavezzi, Icardi. Number 16 is... Again, I think he's still playing, isn't he? Is he still playing? He's a winger for Benfica. I'm sure he's still playing. I think if he is, he's gone back to South America. He's getting on a little bit. I don't think you'll get him. It's a tough one. It's Eduardo Salvio. Salvio has more appearances in the Champions League than Batistuta. Go figure. That's how hard it was to get in the Champions League back in the day. And then you've got 18 and 19. 18 is former Spurs winger Eric Lamela. Eric Lamela. Yeah. And then number 19, believe it or not, is one of my all-time favourite attackers. Used to play for Valencia. Claudio Lopez. Great answer, Marty. Well done. Claudio Lopez. So there you go. That is your half-time quiz. Not Aymar. No. Unbelievable that. So there you go. That was your halftime quiz. Top 20 Argentine attackers with the most Champions League appearances. Number 20 was Batigol, Gabriel Batistuta. 19 was Claudio Lopez, who quite often partnered him in attack for Argentina in the mid to late 90s. 18 was Eric Lamela. Was one of Spurs' Gareth Bale replacements. It never quite worked out for him in the Premier League. Number 17, Joaquin Correa. 16, Salvio. 15, Manuel Icardi. Number 14 is Lavezzi. 13, Alvarez. 12, Tevez. 11, Lisandro Lopez. 10, Julio Cruz. 9, Dybala. 8, Saviola. 7, Hernan Crespo. 6 is Martinez. Lautaro Martinez, that is. 5, Angel Correa. 4, Aguero. 3, Higuain. 2, Di Maria. And number 1 is the guy who can't take penalties today. So what do we make of this second half then, folks? What are we saying? Do we think that the Argies turn it around? Do we think we'll at least go into extra time? Maybe. Does it go beyond? Does it go beyond 90 minutes? Cheers, Aftab. Let me know if you need some notepads. Yeah, send us some my way, JB. I'll have them. Algeria, Austria, Jordan, Cape Verde. Not exactly massive challenges for Argentina. You'd expect them to beat an Egyptian team. True enough. Yeah. That's why I've not bought into the whole like hype around Argentina. Same as I don't think you can buy into the hype around England. Neither of them have played anyone decent. Hope Egypt slap them 20-0. How's it going, Mercury? Hey, everyone. Still heated about yesterday. Heated? Heated about what? About the result? LFC Arbhakey, Shelbourne are playing Celtic in a friendly today. Any predictions? You can't really predict friendlies, can you? It's so difficult because they rest so many of the players and... yeah, you can never really predict. They're not really interested in the result. It's just for fitness, isn't it? Argentina have shown amazing winning mentality over the last 5-6 years, though, which is why I back them. They always tend to turn up when the chips are down, and it's usually Messi, isn't it, to be fair? Croatia ranked decent, to be fair. I know, but they're all about 46, aren't they? That's the problem with Croatia. Good side, but... I think Mateo Kovacic is your best player. There's a problem. Egypt can't keep relying on the goalkeeper to get them out of jail. Egypt need another goal or they will go out. Passport says England will win the World Cup. Mark my words. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying that. I'm not so sure myself. Right, well, they're back out on the pitch. Messi looking suitably worried. I bet they've had words at half-time there. Need to wake up, need to step it up. Just increase the tempo a little bit. Pass, pass, pass. Fewer touches. Speed things up a little bit. Really work Egypt from side to side. It's the only way you're going to get any sort of space. They haven't got any interest in playing here. Mercury says, I won't even pretend that we had a chance, but to lose like that to a washed Belgium, not playing their 3 best, is heartbreaking. It was a massive mistake, wasn't it, from Fries? I've got to say, I think if that goal doesn't go in, the US make more of a game out of that, don't they? I think once he makes that huge error and it goes to 3-1, it's impossible to come back from. So you can't really put it all on the goalkeeper, but it kind of is. I think it is his responsibility. He's messed up there. Ashore off and Hamdi Fatih comes on. Ashore was an attacking midfielder. Fatih maybe a little bit more reserved, conservative, keeping hold of the ball. So there's already a change there as far as Egypt are concerned. They're showing their cards early. Fatty comes on. Plays for Al Wakra in the Qatari Stars League. Adam says French look too good. Hart says England. My IQ tells me France. Belgium are the ones to watch out for now. Poor start, but ticking over. Belgium, mixed bag as well at the World Cup. I actually think Norway. I really think Norway are the dark horses based off what we've seen. Just because of the... Just Haaland, just an absolute animal, and he's in unbelievable form. And I just wonder which team has the defenders to stop him. Nobody's been able to yet. USA should never have been allowed to play. Political interference is against the rules and results in disqualification. Glad they got battered 4-1. See, we talked about this last night, but I don't think it has... I can't really blame the US for asking the question. I think the bigger issue is on FIFA. You've got to look at FIFA and say they've got to be stronger. They've got to, they've got to reject that and point to their rules. They have to make sure that their rules are watertight and have confidence in them that they'll hold up to any sort of challenge. And I think that's ultimately all it was, wasn't it? I just think there was a conversation about, listen, is there anything we can do about this? It seems crazy. They don't really understand football, evidently. And FIFA had no right, I don't think, to defer the red card once it was given, even though it was a soft red, and we can all agree that it was a soft red. It was still a red card. It was given. At that point, you've got to serve the suspension. But yeah, I think that just showed FIFA have got all the conviction of a wet paper bag. To be honest, I think it just shows that they're more convinced with winning friends rather than anything else. Argentina, edge of the box, strike! Easy for the keeper. Imtiaz says politicians shouldn't interfere in sports in the first place. But they always have. They always have in terms of actually securing the bids. There's always been an element of that. And that's why bids cost money. How much money you have to spend to actually bid for a World Cup? It's massive. City of Northfield, yeah, I mean, it requires us all memory holing the other 3 suspensions that they deferred in this World Cup prior. Exactly, I was going to say, it's not like it's just a Trump thing. Like, I think you've got people making it out to be like a hate for the US. And listen, there's a lot of people who've got very, very valid reasons for not liking the US or Trump or whatever. That's all fine. That's their business. But I think there's a desperation to make this about Trump and the US, and it's not. It's FIFA. That's the consistent thread here. FIFA have deferred player suspensions at will for seemingly no real pattern, and I think other countries like England, I think England would have every right now to say, listen, Jarrell Kwanzaa, we want his suspension delaying. Imtiaz, securing bids is different. I mean, politicians should not interfere in the running of sporting decisions. Do you think that the Portugal Prime Minister, President, whatever, interfered in getting Cristiano Ronaldo off the hook? Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, should have been suspended for the first couple of games of the tournament. Didn't. They got him off the hook. So, it's the same sort of thing for me. Locke says, did you see what the Paraguayan senator said about Mbappe? Yeah, that was crazy. That was just... Talk about... I mean, like we said it earlier, the least politically correct thing you would expect from a politician. Or maybe you should expect it, I guess. Stupid. But yeah, just not a smart thing to say. But I don't think Mbappe will be really that bothered, to be honest. Will says, Trump literally admitted he made a call. But I don't think there's any problem with that. What's the issue with that? It's not his... Listen, it ain't Donald Trump's responsibility to uphold FIFA rules. It's FIFA's responsibility to uphold their rules. Him making the call and asking the question, there's no problem with that. I have no problem with that. Him making the call and asking the question, Infantino at that point has got to go, hey, listen, appreciate you giving me the call, I get it. But no, I can't do it. I can't do it. There's plenty of people who do say no to leaders, world leaders. It happens. And he's got FIFA's a massive organisation with a lot of money. They shouldn't be in any position to just say yes to every request. And I don't think they do. They quite frequently say no. Aftab, the fact that a single call took to remove suspension from the US players shows, whatever his name is, shows how bad FIFA are at this. According to FIFA's own rules, Trump making the call should get America booted out of the World Cup. No, it doesn't say that at all, mate. It doesn't say that at all. That's a gross misunderstanding of FIFA rules. There is no word in FIFA rules that says you can't make a call to the FIFA president. Shahid, what match are you doing tomorrow, Keith? We're doing Ukraine under-19s against Germany under-19s. Adam says the NBA has the same issue. It's all about the superstars. One rule for stars and another for the average players. Again, people would say the same about the Premier League, though. People have said the same about the Prem for years, haven't they? That the referees are corrupt towards the top teams. There's quite a lot of people in this chat, I reckon, who would hold that view. If you ask people in the chat, is there any world in which... Well, do you think the PGMOL are biased towards Man United, Liverpool, City? Do you think they're biased? I think most people would say yeah. Oh, I can't believe he's dragged him back there. Mo Salah's raging. The Egyptians making Messi look average, says Andy. Gamer Guru, the rules state the phone call alone should have been grounds for disqualification. The rules state the call is against the rules. It's political intervention. Political intervention does not mean a lack of communication. They're the hosts. There's no issue anywhere at all that says Donald Trump cannot talk to Gianni Infantino. There's absolutely no rules in there at all that suggest that. None. There would be if it was in any way sort of like leveraging, if there was any sort of brown envelopes or whatever flying around. And maybe there was, I don't know. But we don't have any evidence of that. What I'm saying is him actually just picking up the phone call and saying, listen, Gianni, any chance we can get this overturned? That in itself there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong. Rush Fowler, do you reckon a shock is incoming, Key? No, I still think Egypt go through. The point is there should be though. I know, but that's on FIFA. That's not on the US. Like I think the whole hating of the US and I want him to go out because of the Balogun thing. I just thought that was just another reason to hate on the US, to be honest. Sepp Blatter was legit as well. I was going to say, this is it. It's a FIFA thing, and it's not even an Infantino thing. If Infantino goes, they'll replace him with someone else who's just as bad. Sepp Blatter used to get all these accusations as well. It's not gonna be any different. It's no different. If it ain't Blatter, it's Infantino. If it ain't Infantino, it'll be someone else. Scuba says, FIFA wants the Americanization of the games where advertising drives the game and you'll get quarters instead of halves, timeouts, etc. Bet on it. Well, yeah, I mean, that's Maradona said it himself, didn't he? Egypt are doing really well here, I've got to say, defending unbelievably well. How's it going, Ethan? Gamer Guru, even Sepp Blatter condemned it. That's when you know it's bad. I think Sepp Blatter's maybe got some skin in the game on that one, though. Do you not think? Do you not think it's like... I think there's almost an element of him... that would never have happened in my day. I think there's a little bit of a character assassination there, because Sepp Blatter, I don't think he was maybe so happy at being ousted. Yeah, I think he's... I wouldn't necessarily take his word on that one. Trump basically took advantage of FIFA's corruption. Both are corrupt. I mean, I'll be honest. I think if that was Keir Starmer making a call to Gianni Infantino and the result was that Harry Kane's suspension got delayed, everyone would be celebrating Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer would have got a double knighthood. He'd have got a double knighthood for that. Jake says, come on, Egypt. Imtiaz, I wouldn't be celebrating. I would have condemned Starmer just as much. But why? But again, that's Starmer calling and asking the question wouldn't have been a problem. You'd have said, well, he asked the question and FIFA said yeah. FIFA said yeah. It's what it is. Andy Floss, we are fickle. We are a fickle bunch. Very fickle. Everyone says they would have condemned it. Starmer wouldn't do that. Only the main mon, Andy B. Oh, God. Let's not talk politics. Pete, I want to run FIFA. No brown envelopes. A briefcase will be fine. Lovely ball in. Oh, great save against Shabir. He's had a great game. Fabulous game here, Shabir. James says, don't see the problem personally. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's how I view it as well. I haven't really got an issue with it. No problem at all. Ask the question by all means. If they say yeah, then, you know, you've looked out for the best interest of your country. And that is ultimately what Trump's there for, isn't it? He's out to look out for the US and their best interest. And the best interest for the US was that Balogun plays. And he did. He got him to play. The fact that we all think that's against the rules, and it is, the fact that there's been other suspensions deferred in this tournament, then yeah, it just is what it is. Bradley, apart from England and France, the level for this World Cup has been poor. I don't even think England have been good, though. England haven't been better than France, or even on the same level as France. Played a lot of very poor teams. Scuba says Trump was either bribing or threatening FIFA. That's the issue. But again, you're saying that with absolute confidence, and he might have done. And if he has, then you know that would be outrageous. But I don't. From what we know, that wasn't the case. Oh my God! What a run! What a run! Here's Salah. He's got to finish it. Must be. Oh my God! It's 2-0. It's 2-0. What is going on here? He's no go to mine. Oh, Messi's going out. It's an absolutely shocking moment in the World Cup. Zico sticks it in on the counter-attack. Oh, it's a long way back now. It is a long old way back now. Fucking hell. Goodness me. Wow. This is incredible. Absolutely unbelievable, that. Oh, claim for a free kick. Oh, now this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's going to be given as well. It's going to get overruled. It's going to get chalked off. It's going to get chalked off. It's not a goal. It is going to be a foul. The referee's gone to have a look at it. This is shocking. It's going to get chalked off. No goal. Argentina 0, Egypt 1. Who saw that coming? Oh, he just stands on him. Just stands on him. It has to be a foul. Here we go. The referee, after review. free kick. Yeah, there you go. Free kick Argentina. Them's a foul. We all listen. It would have been a great story, but it is absolutely the right thing there. That is the right decision. It was a foul. Stands on his foot. Yeah, it is a foul. Nathan, who do you think's winning it? I would say Argentina still turn it round. Robbed? Why were they robbed? It was a foul. Can't stamp on someone's foot. Correct decision, but very unfortunate. Well, listen, unfortunate, fine. You can say it's unfortunate, but it was the correct decision. There's no doubt about that. Clear foul. Here we go. Messi, free kick. Wouldn't it just be the most Argentina thing to score from this? Oh, and they nearly did. Holy. Wow. Timbo says, why does everyone piss and moan about VAR making the right decision just because it's not giving you your underdog story? Because people don't like conflict. That's what it is. And they're very, very set on what they like and what they don't like. And they don't really like an awful lot of disagreement on that. It's uncomfortable for people when they get disagreement. So anything that goes against the underdog story, as you say, the wonderful underdog story that it would be if Egypt went through here. They hate it. They hate it. Nathan, who's winning the World Cup key? Spain for me. Spain. Mercury says, check back to what I posted right before the goal. Tell me how far off I am. Banter aside, the biggest thing that holds the US back is something that USSF just won't fix. The pay-to-play system for our youth development doesn't give everyone a chance to play. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure there's been, hasn't Pulisic and Landon Donovan in particular been talking about this? Bit like whenever there's a 50-50 decision in an Arsenal game, Auto goes against Arsenal. I mean, that's just very much alleged, total, never proven, shocking, outrageous. Bradley, tell you what, this Tchouaméni Mainu is going to be unreal key. Honestly, I think it'd be a bad idea if United signed Tchouaméni. No fans in the whole entire world want that to be disallowed other than the Argentines. But it was the same with the Croatia goal as well, wasn't it? I don't think anybody really wanted that one to be disallowed either. I heard Zlatan bring it up one time when he played in the MLS. Yeah, it is a big issue with the system. Landon Donovan, I think, mentioned it as he said the opposite way around. He said that in the US, they have youth coaches are often the most inexperienced, so they'll have kids working with the kids. Basically, they'll have them working with the kids, and they won't have any coaching badges or anything. And Landon Donovan said he left the US and he went and played in Germany when he was a young man. And he said, and when I got there, I found out that all of the academy basically in Germany was coached by the most experienced guy. Basically, it was like the opposite way around. They flipped it on its head. In the US, they've got the most inexperienced people coaching at the bottom, the kids. And then as you get up the tier, you get more experienced coaches and better qualified coaches. Whereas in Germany, they want the best people with the kids to get them better kind of thing. Well, says, I'll say it's a stonewall foul for me. You can't stamp on someone's foot when it looks deliberate and get away with it. City of Northville, we just need a better system. Having to wait for a minute after a goal is scored to see if it really happened or not really ruins the moment. It does, doesn't it? I don't like it either. Joseph said, Key, after this, could you do Gateshead v Blythe Town, please? That's tonight. No, I'm doing Colombia, Switzerland at 9 o'clock. Bradley says, makes sense with the likes of Mustafi, Wilshere, Darren Fletcher coaching academy football. Then you want the most experienced people with coaching badges and all that stuff going, like, yeah, bottom up kind of thing, I guess. Corner to Argentina. Zico puts it behind. Mercury says, one of my friends from college coaches her son in youth soccer. She never touched a ball prior to taking the role. That's it. That's exactly what he was talking about, basically. Pre-season game. No, I was going to say, I'm doing Colombia, Switzerland at 9 o'clock. Obviously, this one's probably going to go to extra time as well. Gonzalez and Martinez come on. Rodrigo de Paul has gone off. And Tagliafico's gone off as well. Argentina, big chance. Got to get the ball in here. Oh, lovely move. It's going to be another corner kick, is it? Yeah, another corner. Truly despise the pay-to-play system here in the States when you're getting folks with no experience. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, it's mad. Bradley says, why is Tchouaméni a bad idea, Key? I think he's won everything there is to win, mate, multiple times, and I always question whether or not players who've done that, the appetite they've got to kind of go again. This is a big chance on the counter for Egypt. Here's Salah. He's not got the legs anymore, but he gives it off. Here's Hassan. Skins him. Pulls it back. Chance. Oh, that's going to count. It is 2-0 this time. It's Zico. I tell you what. They've battered Argentina. They've absolutely done them. That goal's not going to get chalked off. The one before did. My goodness me. Wow. Wow. Oh, Salah on the counter. Lays it off to Hassan. Hassan's just got that raw burst of pace. Pulls the ball back. And there's Zico. Smashes it in past Martinez. That's it. That's you done. Argentina are out. This ain't going to extra time, baby. This one's done. This one is boxed. Oh, my God. Such a good run as well across the map. How's he not tracking that? Oh, who's that at the back stick? It's terrible from Enzo Fernandez first off, but who's that at the back stick? Oh, what a surprise. Is it the Butcher? It's not the Butcher, is it? Oh, it is. It's the Butcher. I can't believe it. The Butcher Martinez. I hope he starts for United this season. Sweet baby Jesus. That's absolutely shocking from Martinez. It's Luke, I love Martinez conceding. Absolute jeb end of a goalkeeper. Well, it's not just him. It's Lisandro Martinez as well. The centre-back, the Butcher. Prince Rupert, I said yesterday, Argentina still have to get past Egypt. People just assumed they'd coast through. And I was one of them, I've got to be honest. I was one of them. The only way Argentina get back in this now is if they react instantly. They need a goal in the next 10 minutes, don't they? Ball pulled back. But Egypt have just got everyone back. They're so hard to break down. Great to see, says Swifty. It's just so easy for Egypt to defend here. What's that? Oh, it's dreadful. Everything is falling into England's lap. Not that we definitely capitalising on it, man. Listen, if England can't beat Egypt, Switzerland or Colombia and Norway, honestly, they don't deserve it. England have to get to the final now. They have to get to the final. Argentina have been so poor today. So poor. That's awful. That's absolutely awful. TK says Argentina. If Argentina score by 90, they'll get another 10 at least to equalise if they don't concede again first. Well, that's it. I mean, Egypt are certainly looking dangerous on the counter, so you can't really rule out that Egypt go and get a third. We've got a hydration break now. Argentina they've got to find a way to get one. I think if they get one by maybe 85, yeah, I think there'll be a big chunk of added on time. So if they get one back, if it's 2-1 by 85, they might get 10 minutes. They might get another 15 to go and get an equaliser. Gary says, Key, my cousin is Bo the Beard. Do you watch his feeds? I don't know who he is, mate, but that's not anything to do with, that's more to do with me. I'm sure he's great but I don't really watch an awful lot of stuff. So yeah, that's on me, not him. I'm sure he's fantastic. It's Luke, worth a punt on Argentina to qualify now. I wonder how much you get at this point. Have a look. Let me know how much it is at this point for Argentina to qualify. Joseph, okay, it might actually be coming home. It's not coming home. It's not. No way you're going to knock us out. Prof Legends, how funny would it be if Salah won a World Cup on Slot's head top? Slot's head top? I'm not sure what exactly that means. Oh, Druskio, I would not put it past Messi to pull something special out here. He's going to have to. I don't think there's anybody else. 9-2. Oh, that's shocking. That's not worth it. No, I wouldn't back him at 9-2 here. I certainly wouldn't back him at 9-2. Adam, I'll bet everything you have now that England smash him. Nah, see, JB, I agree. I think if it was 8-1, I was expecting for it to be like 8-1. 8-1 at 2-0 down, and I don't even think, have they had a shot on target in this second half? They've had one. Honestly, they've had as many shots on target in this second half as Egypt. That tells you everything you need to know. James, who are at Oxford Natural? They are channel sponsors, mate. They are our channel sponsors. Go and check them out. There's a link in the description. Have a look. Gary says FIFA are desperate to get a South American team to the final. Why? Why? I think if anything, they're probably more desperate to get... Oh, I would have thought they were more desperate to get a host to the final. Or, I don't know, some way to make this tournament special. So maybe an African team in the final. Maybe a team that's not won it for a long time in the final. 11-2 by the end of the hydration break. There you go. It's going up. England are better than we bash them for. Yeah, I don't know. 3-0 Salah. No chance. Yeah, even Australia only lost on penalties to these. This is a poor Argentina. Listen, you've got to give Egypt credit, but it's a poor Argentina performance. It's more that, like, credit to Egypt, but if you're putting a percentage on this, I would say it's like 80% a bad Argentina performance and 20% a good Egypt performance. That's the reason that it's 2-0 Egypt here. Egypt have taken the chances and defended well. Argentina have been god-awful. Like, properly awful. Prof Legends, safe to assume some Messi fans would see back-to-back as a bonus now that Portugal are out. It's a bit sad, isn't it, that it's a Messi v Ronaldo thing. At the end of the day, both of them are 40 odd. Like they're well past the best. The fact that we've even got them at these World Cups is a joy to behold. Locke says, who's played worse, the USA or Argentina? I would say Argentina, probably. Yeah. I'd say the USA, in terms of relative to expectations, yeah. I'd say Argentina. They were really poor against Cape Verde as well, weren't they? Must be. Oh, nearly 2-1. Phooey. James says they ideally want a new name on it, or England, in my opinion. They won't say it, but they'd love the publicity of England getting it back after so long. It would be a victory, wouldn't it, for the World Cup, for FIFA. It would be a victory to like have a new name on it, or one that's not been on it for a long time. Jerry says, love them or hate them, just enjoy their last games at the World Cup. That's it. That's exactly how I view it as well. Two unbelievable players who, at the top of their game, were absolutely insane. Just enjoying why you've got them, kind of thing. It's been 16 years since Spain. Oh, but 16 years in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot, mate. That's 4 World Cups. Like, 4 World Cups is a lot less than what England have had, and, you know, Egypt and... Oh, my God, they're in again. It should be 3 here. Should be 3. Shocking. I agree, Imtiaz. Yeah, couldn't agree more, mate. It's been bad, hasn't it? Very, very bad. Michael says, but Key, if Messi's past his best, he's still tournament joint top scorer with 7 goals. I know, but he's been fortunate, hasn't he? I think that doesn't necessarily... I don't think being top goal scorer at a World Cup necessarily means you're the best player in the world. Argentina have benefited from playing some pretty poor teams. And Messi's been platformed very well by Argentina. "16 years of hurt." Yeah, it doesn't quite have the same ring, does it? Egypt are just hoofing everything here now. Hoofing it away. They're not even trying to play football. Why would you? 78 minutes on the clock. Argentina stand it far post. Good header behind. Corner kick. Locke says, Key, who do you think wins the Golden Boot, assuming Argentina lose today? I'm going to stick with my mate Oyarzabal. No, I'm not. I think it's going to be Haaland. I think Haaland scores a couple against England and probably scores more when in the next round when Norway play maybe Colombia or Egypt or whoever it is they play. That skinhead centre-back for Egypt has been brilliant. Yeah, Rabia. Adam says, Gary Lineker was a Golden Boot winner in 86. He was not a world beater. Closer was the same. Must be. It's there. It's 2-1. I told you this is not over. It's Christian Romero. Big header. 2-1. There you go. Simeone, Cholo. Vamos, vamos. Yes, come on. I told you. It's back on. It's back on. There's a claim for offside here. Is it going to be offside? Ooh, come on. Don't be offside. Nah, he's on. He's on. Hey, he's onside. He's miles on. Get in there. Go on. Love it. This is what we want to see. Proper game at the World Cup. Can Argentina turn it around now? They'll have 10 minutes, probably plus another 10 minutes of extra time. It's going to be about 20 minutes left in this one. There was 11 minutes in the Mexico-England game. I wouldn't be surprised if we exceed that. If Argentina are still level at 90 minutes, the Egyptians are going to freak out about the length of added time. Mustafa Zico off. Callum says Key just wants Argentina to win, so England lose to Argentina. No, not at all. I want to see a game of football, mate, and I think a game of football, a team coming from behind to win, whoever that team is always fun. Throw in, well done, Egypt. Romero, the biggest threats. Keeper Howler. Do you think so, Bradley? I think Shabir's been unbelievable for Egypt in their goal today, but I'm not sure I would say that was a howler. I know he gets a couple of big hands to it, but Romero's like less than 6 yards out. If you've got a free header 6 yards out or thereabouts, you would expect that to go in the net, especially if it's on target. It doesn't really matter whether the keeper gets a hand to it. I think that's tough to save and react to. But here we go. Ball down the right-hand side. Got to stand it up. It's going to be another corner to Argentina. I don't even know, says right, Key, need to make dinner, I'm starving. Take it easy, mate. How does Marmoush not make the starting 11 wherever he is? I don't think he's been fit for a while, you know, Marmoush. Here we go. Corner for Argentina. Far post. Keeper punches it away and Egypt clear it away and complete. They're clearing it back all the way to... Well, not quite to Martinez, but Argentina come again. It's just never ending. Messi in the area. Great run. Pulls it back. Must be. Oh, huge moment. That was a great run from Messi. He just drove at the fullback there and he knocks it in and Martinez gets something on it, but just not enough. Oh, he gets a big head on it. Probably should score from there, actually. Gamer Guru, I think the RG snatched this in the last minutes, and as Key would say, they would be able to plat sawdust if they do. It's true. Plat sawdust, plat piss. Looked fit enough when he played Palace in the Prem for City. I know, but he's had a lot of games this season where he's not even been on the bench, or like he's stayed on the bench for City. I think he's had issues remaining fit, maybe. Egypt are going to do what we did versus Mexico. Can they do it as well as we did is the question. Argentina, just they've got to resist the temptation to just keep knocking it in the box like that. It's not going to help them. Must be! Oh, how's that stayed out? This time! Oh, there you go! It's 2-2! 2-2! Messi equaliser! It's 2-2! 84 minutes! They're going to win this! They're going to win this! It's coming! It's 2-2! Oh, go on the Argies! Argentina! Argentina! Hey! Get in there! Great finish! Unbelievable game, this. Egypt, you've got to feel sorry for them. They've played so well, defended so well. They just switched off at the very end here. It's a fabulous finish. It's a hell of a finish. That's why he's the GOAT. True GOATs do shit like that. It's all come from down that left-hand side. Egypt just couldn't defend it. Oh, it's a great finish. It's a great finish, that. Just catches it so sweetly, doesn't he? Again, I'm looking a little bit at the keeper. I think Shabir might need to do a bit better there. Yeah, questionable keeper there. Had to be him. And hey, I wonder if Swift, did Luke get on Argentina to qualify? It was nearly 6-1 after the hydration break. 6-1 for Argentina to qualify at 2-0 down. Might be his last World Cup goal. Aye, somehow I don't see it. I still think we'll see Argentina win this now. You've got 5 minutes, probably another 10 of injury time. Argentina are going to turn this round, I'm telling you. Thomas, England will beat these. Oh, no chance. No chance. Real star value with Argentina. Imtiaz, wow, mate. Glad I'm watching this game with you guys here. Hey, and we're glad to have you, mate. Good to have you. Really good to have you. So annoyed this game's played on my journey home from work, by the way. Only just got in. Well, you know what lesson that teaches you? Just don't work. That's the lesson to be learned there. It's a terrible lesson. Don't listen to that. Timbo says, I stand by the fact that Argentina have by far the best mentality at the World Cup. They're not a good team, but it just doesn't matter. City of Northville says, Messi scores at any point plus Argentina go through. Equals win. I think that's what JB had. I don't know if he's still in the chat. Unemployment. Yeah, don't listen to that lesson. It's a very... I was being facetious. I didn't mean it. Thanks, Key. I'll resign tomorrow. Cheers, Dylan. Thank you very much. Messi is the hero, says Dylan. No doubt. It's a hell of a comeback, innit? Are we going to get another goal in this? Jamie Kirkham, it's France for me. I'm going to stick with Spain. I said Spain since day dot, and I'm sticking with Spain. I can't see past them. France have been great. Wouldn't be surprised. I don't think, honestly, I think Norway's a dark horse. It wouldn't be surprised if England won it either, I guess, but I just don't see England doing it. I think England get knocked out by Norway. And I think probably it's going to be France in the final versus... Well, I don't know. France will play Spain, won't they? Will France play Spain? Locke says, just get the same job as Mark Goldbridge, get paid to watch football. Hey, that's my job! That was my idea! Don't do that. Bradley says, do you think that Egypt disallowed goal should have been disallowed? No, it was 100% right to disallow it. I don't think there's not really any Egyptians, I think, who would argue that shouldn't have been disallowed. Hate watching Messi is certainly a choice nowadays. I quite like Messi. I think he's a wonderful player. I love watching him. France, Spain, semi-finals, Argentina, England, and the other one. Yeah, and then probably I'm going to say it'll be an England-Spain final then. If it was indeed that, I think England would beat Argentina. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. But I don't think we get past Norway, so that's irrelevant anyway. Dr. Wright, it's all in the script. I think everyone knew they were going to make a comeback. Well, you could get pretty decent. Oh, that's awful. Absolutely awful from Argentina. Poor there from Martinez. Thomas, why don't you think they'll beat Norway? I just think Norway have got more star quality at the top end. I think Haaland's just unplayable. I think Haaland is better than Kane in these sorts of tournaments. I think you'll see more from him. I don't know. I just fancy Norway to do it. Haaland's on 7 goals this tournament. Oscar Bob's been unbelievable this tournament too, yeah. Oscar Bob, Noosa. Good free kick. Keeper punches it away. Messi gets it back. How many minutes is going to be the question here? Gary says Colombia will fancy their chances against Argentina. That's assuming they get past Switzerland. That's the next game we're watching. That one's going to be fascinating as well. I do fancy Colombia to go quite far as well. I like Colombia. Key said the same about Mexico. Yeah, no, but no one gets 100% of everything right, do they, sir? And everyone's got, everyone gets some things wrong and some things right. And in fairness, I think Mexico were probably unlucky against England. Haaland has only scored 1 goal against Dan Burn in the last 9 games. I don't know how that's relevant to this game because I don't think Dan Burn plays, to be honest. Oh, Egypt on a counter-attack here. Big chance. Oh, that was a huge moment. And if that's... Who's that stepping out of defence there? That was exceptional defending from Argentina. Here's Messi. 7 added minutes. Great tackle. Unbelievable tackle that from Argentina. Salah. Egypt are playing for extra time here now, aren't they? Egypt desperate for extra time. Without Haaland, their team is neutralised. Keep Haaland out the game and we walk Norway easily. I know, but you know, I think the same, but I think Timbo made a very good point yesterday that said that doesn't pretty much every team take that approach? Might have been City of Northville, actually. I can't remember who it was who said it. But someone said it in the chat. Pretty much every team takes that approach, don't they? Let's just mark Haaland out of the game. Doesn't ever seem to work, really. Salah, predictable Mo Salah there going down. Oh, and here we go now. Argentina counter-attack. Here we go. Lautaro Martinez up against Rabia. Why is he slowing it down? What are you doing? Oh my God! Oh my God! What a goal! Enzo Fernandez, 93rd minute. What a ball in that is. That is absolutely sickening. What a goal. That is astonishing from Lautaro Martinez. I was wondering what he was doing. Why is he slowing down? Why is he taking it in the corner? That is an absolute worldie of a cross. And it's just a fabulous ball. The Egyptian defender can't read it. And Enzo Fernandez is actually quite a simple header, but he does it so well. Headed back across the face of goal. Shabir, no chance. There's tears in the stands. Oh... I don't know why. Why are they going like that? You can't do that. Look at him. Come on, you can't do that. There's no check. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. That's nonsense. You can't have a whinge now. There's another 4 minutes, maybe 5, I would imagine. Don't behave yourself. Look at him screaming for the penalty there. Absolute nonsense. Now that one might be. Now that one might be on Mo Salah. Be a bit soft, but he does kick Mo Salah and doesn't get any of the ball here. It's a great goal. It's a fabulous goal, but I tell you what, there's a little element there where he does a little teeny tiny element there where he kicks at Mo Salah. I do wonder. I didn't think they had a gripe there, to be honest, Egypt, but I do wonder whether he might have a little bit of a little moment. Have to wonder now whether or not there will be a check. Scaloni and Walter Samuel, unbelievable. So emotional on the sidelines there. 94 minutes. Enzo Fernandez has turned it round. Doctor Who Mania Productions. I mean, is it a foul? I don't think so. It's going to be a red card to one of the Egyptian coaches. Goodness me, he wants to fight the referee. What's he having a shouting match at him for? And Shabir's been yellow carded as well. This is it. They're kicking off because it's so late in the game. Marmouche, I think, has been booked as well. There's been a few cards. And the referee's not going to VAR it. There's no VAR here. Otamendi and Medina's about to come on. But yeah, I mean, for me... It's a questionable one. That I wouldn't say it was a nailed-on penalty, but I thought they might have had a look at it. But Argentina look to have got this one boxed off. Unbelievable end to this game, innit? Truly remarkable. Walk like an Egyptian. There you go. Argentina 3, Egypt 2. What a great game this has been. Zizou comes off. And it's Lachines who's gone off. President of Egypt needs to call FIFA ASAP. Cheating? Why are they cheating, sir? Where was the cheating there? The unpredictability of this World Cup. Wow. Yeah, you just can't really. Egypt are 2-0 up and cruising. It was a fabulous, fabulous moment. But you've got to acknowledge Argentina have been brilliant. Fixing for Messi. Behaviour. There's no fix. There's no fix there. How can you say that's a fix? No, I'm sorry. I don't think that's a fix at all. If Egypt's goal doesn't count, that does. But Egypt's goal was a very clear foul. There was a very, very clear foul. He literally stamped on his foot. That was like a really questionable one on Mo Salah. That was like a 50-50 decision. Mo Salah had already lost the ball. That was probably why it wasn't given. They gave the Argies a pen for exactly the same thing. No, the Argies got a pen for again, that was a clear foul. He literally kicks him when he's running into the area. That's not the same. Salah had lost the ball. That's a capitulation from Egypt. Yeah, I mean, again, listen, you can only control what you can control. And I think the control thing here for Egypt is they've lost control of the game. Egypt, you have to... This is why I was saying, I think this game was 80% Argentina being really poor and 20% Egypt having an amazing game, right? And as soon as Egypt went 2-0 up, a little switch went on. There was a little switch and Argentina came alive. And at that moment, we've actually seen... We've seen about 20 minutes of Argentina in this game. 20-25 minutes, there or thereabouts. And that's been enough. They've basically given Egypt a 2-goal head start and they've still won. Callum says Argentina are like Man City of international football. They always look out but find a way. It's just relentlessness, isn't it? It's brilliant. Egypt 2-0 up and messed it up. That's it. You've got to question the mentality of a team that's 2-0 up and throws it away so willingly, so short before the end of the game. They were giving the ball away so easily, so needlessly, Egypt. Game management has to be better. Has to be a whole lot better. Whoa, there's going to be another red card here, I think, for the Egypt... Oh, it's a yellow card, sorry. Yellow card for Hossam Hassan. Whoa! Hey, and he might get more here if he's not careful. I think he's going to get sent to the stands here now. I think he's going to get sent to the stands here. Ref's having a little chat to him. I think that's the right approach, to be fair, from the referee. Go over, have a chat and say, listen, I've got a game to run. You might not agree with the decision, but I've gave the decision now. We now play the game. There's nothing wrong with that. Disagreeing with the referee decision doesn't constitute being a bellend. You can't then shout and throw your toys out the pram. I get you're disappointed. You can't do that. Could be a bit tasty here at full time. Bloody hell, I love football. It's great, innit? It's great, innit? I think we are going to see full time here any moment now. We had 7 minutes of added time. It's now 99. We're in the 100th minute of the game. If Haaland beats Argentina, that's all good for me. Either Norway or Argentina. Argentina now down the left-hand side. And he's just going to take it into the corner, isn't he? That's it. That's exactly what Egypt should have been doing with 15 minutes to go. They should have been taking it in the corner. And instead they were doing stupid stuff. Messi is going to be through. I will be back. Don't forget, by the way, just before we hit full time in this one, I will be back at 8:45. Another couple of hours there or thereabouts for Colombia versus Switzerland. It's the final knockout game in this round, so we can see what the final fixtures are. Hopefully you'll join me for that. If you've not already, leave a like on the video. Make sure you've subscribed as well if you're not already. Throw into Argentina. Whoa, 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 whoa. Having a little bit of a scrap here as well. Go on. Have a fight. Number 19. He's not happy. Argentina should be disqualified for cheating. What cheating? There was no cheating. There's no cheating. There you go, full time. Argentina 3, Egypt 2. Messi's in tears. Somehow they made it work. Look at that. The GOAT is in tears. And now there's going to be a scrap, I'm telling you. There's going to be a scrap with these Egyptians and the ref. They're going to absolutely boot off at this referee. You watch. Jerry says if you step on a player and score, it's going to get disqualified. Simple as that. I agree. I can't really argue with that, can you? Can't really make an argument that the Egypt goal should have stood. It shouldn't. Shouldn't have stood. You've got to give credit to Argentina. They did wonderfully well there. This charming Dan, hopefully tomorrow's under-19s can live up to this one. It's a big ask, isn't it? It's a very, very big ask. I am going to publish that game now, actually, because we're very, very close to 24 hours to the game. So I'll publish it so you can see Ukraine versus Germany live tomorrow. The UEFA Under-19s Euro Championships. Oh, it's a real shame for Egypt, though. It is a real shame. They deserve massive credit. There you go. As you say, Joe. Yeah, deserve massive credit. Fair play to Egypt. It's a real shame for them. Mo Salah has gone over and swapped shirts with Alexis McAllister. Surprised he's not gone for Messi. This lot are riding their luck, says Aneda. Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I think that was a great game of football. That was one of the best games we've seen at this World Cup. A really, really top game of football. And credit where it's due, I think Argentina did deserve to go through in the end. It was a poor performance from Argentina for about 80 minutes. Egypt were much the better side. But as soon as they get into that last 15 minutes, they just step it up a gear. And it's there. There you go. I think Egypt have a case there. Foul in the box any more soft than the foul on the disallowed goal? The foul on the disallowed goal wasn't soft. He stamped on his foot. It's clear. It's crystal clear. Clear as day. But yeah, cracking game of football. Argentina celebrating. And listen, I'll be back in a couple of hours for Colombia, Switzerland. Will that one live up to the same? Will it, I don't know. Let's see. Will this one be anywhere near as good? Let's see. Okay, any less of a foul? Yeah, I think it was. I think Salah had already lost the ball. The ball had gone. He'd lost it. I think that was soft. I think that there's got to be a threshold for when VAR gets involved, and I don't think that's a foul. Personally, I don't think that's a foul. But hey, to each their own. Everyone's different. I'll be back in a couple of hours for Colombia, Switzerland. It's a 8:45 start, 9 p.m. kickoff. Hopefully see you all for that one. It's a little bit earlier tonight. We've got 2 games before midnight. Should be good fun. See you all later for Switzerland, Colombia. Ta-da. Bye.